August 16, 1942. A gray U.S. Navy blimp drifts low over Daly City, California. Its engines idle. The gondola door swings open in the breeze. Neighbors stare from porches as it grazes rooftops, then settles gently onto a street. Rescue teams rush forward, expecting injured airmen. Instead, the cabin is empty. In 1942, the United States was fighting a new kind of war. After Pearl Harbor, fears of Japanese submarines along the Pacific coast were constant. The Navy's lighter-than-air patrols, slow, silent blimps, became the guardians of America's shoreline. They could hover for hours, scan for oil slicks, and drop small depth charges. The L-8 belonged to Squadron 32, stationed at Treasure Island in San Francisco Bay. It was reliable, inspected the night before, and cleared for its next morning patrol. Lieutenant Ernest D. Cody was 27, confident, experienced, and known for his steady hand. Ensign Charles E. Adams, 38, a veteran mechanic turned pilot, had logged more than 1,200 hours of flight time. They were friends, two men trusted to fly alone on short anti-submarine sweeps. At 6:03 a.m., they radioed control. All in order, proceeding with patrol. That would be the last confirmed message either man ever sent. The L-8 rose smoothly into coastal fog. Witnesses at the Golden Gate saw it circle a patch of ocean where a faint oil slick shimmered, possible sign of a submarine. A merchant ship reported seeing the blimp hovering just 300 feet above the water. Then it rose suddenly into the mist and vanished northward. Radio operators tried to raise Cody. Silence. 2 hours later, a fisherman near Ocean Beach saw the same blimp drifting inland, nose up, engines sputtering but still running. By 10 a.m., thousands of residents across San Francisco watched as the silver envelope floated inland. It clipped power lines, tore shingles from roofs, and finally came down in Daly City, just a few miles from its base. Firefighters arrived within minutes. They cut the engines and forced open the gondola door. 2 parachutes untouched. Life vests still hanging. Radio humming, coffee in the thermos still warm. But the seats were empty. The Navy launched an immediate inquiry. The gondola showed no bullet holes, no leaks, no fire, and no sign of panic. A service revolver lay in its holster. The only thing missing, 2 life jackets, perhaps worn by the men if they went overboard. Planes and boats scoured the coastline for days. No bodies, no wreckage, no parachutes. The theory that gained traction was simple, yet haunting. One man leaned out the small observation hatch to inspect the oil slick. He slipped, and his partner instinctively reached to save him, both lost to the sea before either could radio for help. But the L-8 had automatic buoyancy controls. Even with both men gone, it should have ascended rapidly, not drifted steadily inland. That detail puzzled investigators for years. Some speculated that an enemy submarine captured them, improbable, yet not impossible in 1942. Others whispered about desertion, though neither man showed any reason to flee. Weather reports showed calm seas. Mechanical tests showed the craft perfectly functional. There was no clear answer, only the image of an obedient machine finishing its mission alone. The Navy quietly closed the case. Crew presumed lost at sea. The L-8 returned to duty, later sold to Goodyear for civilian advertising. Crowds would cheer its flights, never guessing its history carried a ghost story. 8 decades later, the fate of Lieutenant Cody and Ensign Adams remains one of aviation's gentlest enigmas. No violence, no evidence, only absence. Perhaps somewhere above the Pacific, their final patrol still drifts quietly through time. This was yesterday's Secrets. If you enjoy true stories from the forgotten pages of history, subscribe for more.